Welcome back, everybody. We're going to talk about how I fertilize my Fiddle Leaf Fig. So with fertilization, there's a couple different ways that you could go about it. Everybody, I feel like, has a different opinion about how to fertilize their Fiddle Leaf Fig. What I'm going to show you is how I've been doing it pretty much since I've been growing and propagating Fiddle Leaf Figs. And I'll explain the type of fertilizer I use, why I use it, and also the fertilization schedule, which actually just follows my regular watering schedule. So what I like to use is this fish emulsion fertilizer. This you've probably seen at the store. I believe it's made out of real fish. It smells. It definitely isn't as scent friendly as the other fertilizers. The benefit to this though is it has a non-burn nitrogen release. I think that's what it's called, meaning that it's really difficult to over-fertilize your plants using fish fertilizer. Unlike other fertilizers where if it has a high nitrogen content or a synthetic fertilizer, sometimes you can over-fertilize it and then you'll see your leaves turn brown or they'll turn yellow and they're kind of in shock. So I like to use this fish fertilizer. I've had really great results with it. I do want to make two comments about the benefits and then the disadvantages of using fish fertilizer. It smells a little bit, so if you use it inside, I typically half the recipe, which I'm going to show you. Just if you have a lot of plants that you're fertilizing inside, you don't want your house to smell like fish, but if you do half the recipe, you won't smell it. It'll work really well. If you're using this outside, I would say use full recipe, let it stink for a day, but your leaves will be super green and you'll see your growth rates are going really well. So what I like to do with mine is this is the ratio I use for one plant. One house tree plant Fiddle Leaf Fig is for 1 gallon, I like to use 4 teaspoons. I believe it calls for 8 teaspoons as a regular amount, but I like to do 4 teaspoons because I will probably move this inside. I'm just going to pour it. I'm going to tell you I do 4 teaspoons, but I'm going to eyeball it just for the sake of this demonstration. And you can see it definitely is a little bit brown. And it has a little bit of smell to it, but it works really well. So 4 teaspoons, 1 gallon of water per big Fiddle Leaf Fig, and do it every 3 weeks on your regular watering schedule. Usually for fertilization, they say to fertilize it once a month if you're doing a full one. During growing season, which is spring and summer, since we're doing a half dose every 3 weeks, I think is fine. It's worked for me really well. So fish fertilizer, this is a really great brand I've been using for a long time. 4 teaspoons, I bought one of these from IKEA. And then in 1 gallon of water with your regular watering schedule every 3 weeks during growing season, so spring and summer. And if you follow those, you should get some really good results. I know I've been happy with it so far. That's it.